in the beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm excited for this moment in time right now. I thank God for the opportunity to be here with each and every one of you. I thank God for the opportunity to be partnered with the one and only, the legendary, I'm talking about Mamie Brown's baby boy, Mr. Les Brown. Mr. Les Brown, thank you for being here with us. You are truly a legend, and you have changed the lives of nations and generations around the world. Thank you for being here with us this morning.
Well, thank you so much. I'm a legend in my own mind. I'm so excited. Now, first of all, I'm on my business partner, Celeste Johnson of Celeste International. I'm on her computer. So my name has not changed. I want you to know that. If you see Celeste Johnson under my face here, do you see that?
We do see Celeste Johnson, but it's okay because we see your face.
Yes. Okay, very. I want to first of all thank you for the great work that you're doing and for the great instructor that you are and the information that you're going to impart that's going to make a difference in people's lives. But I also want to thank Chris and your whole organization for making it possible for people to have a choice on how they can control their personal economy. And for those of you that's on this call, let me share this with you. There's an old saying that evil prevails when good men and women do nothing. And that to me, it's applicable in a variety of ways. And that is that when you don't take control of your destiny, when you don't control how you're able to provide for yourself and protect your family, that a whole lot of things can happen to you. It makes you very vulnerable. I don't know how many of you have children, but I have children. I have 5 boys and 5 girls. And the Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. I took him seriously, all right? And my oldest son, Calvin, last year, he had a stroke at 53. And it was a very challenging time. And the medical care that was required outside of traditional medicine, it required $3,000 a week. And so if I did not have the financial wherewithal to provide for him, which he was being fed with a tube from his stomach, which he dropped from 275 pounds, 265 pounds, down to 75 pounds, I could have lost my son. People with money live longer than people without money. And because of prayers, because of God's grace and mercy, my son is now without a tube in his stomach, and he's back to normal. And the reason I'm sharing this with you, all of us are one sickness, one surgery away from bankruptcy. This is a time that you have to focus on how to create wealth. And so I want to thank you for joining me, because I'm learning at this stage of my life, and I'm very excited that Dr. Chyna is my coach. I'm learning from her, because this is a new way of generating wealth that I'm not familiar with. I'm learning just like you. I believe that you're never too old to learn, and you're never too young to teach. And so there are 3 things that I want to emphasize to you that's very important here. I talked to several people that's been involved in Forex, and who made a substantial amount of money, which that impressed me. And I'm just asking that first, the people that are successful, I want to just give you the characteristics of people that's successful in this venture. Number 1, they're hungry. They're hungry to create a difference in their financial situation. I'm at the stage, you know, the book of life says a good man leaves a legacy for his children and for his children's children. And so I'm building legacy by doing this. I'm debt-free and drama-free. And so this is something that I love, learning new things. I'm not going to be sitting home looking at television. And I used to wonder, Mama, why do y'all always say in church, thank the Lord for waking me up in my right mind? And she said, don't worry, you live long enough, you'll find out. Well, the other day, I went in the room to get something. I got in there, and I couldn't remember what I was looking for. Okay, I remembered. I went back in the room. I found it. Then I couldn't remember why I was looking for it. Okay, so one of my kids said, you need some Ginkgo biloba. So I went down to Walgreens, and I was walking around. Lady said, may I help you? I said, I forgot why I'm here. She said, let me take you over here to the vitamin section and get you something for your memory. Okay, so when I got up this morning, I said, I thank the Lord for waking me up in my right mind this morning. I used to laugh at him, but I'm now one of them. So this is an opportunity for people that are hungry to make a difference in their financial life. The older you become, the more money you need for yourself and for things that you want to do and the people that you care about. So this is not just for everybody. Next thing is, you got to be persistent. You got to be persistent. You've got to be willing to go through the bumps and the learning curve that's required so that you can master this. Other thing is, got to be patient with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Be patient and coachable. If you're persistent in the classes and taking the classes and be open, if you're patient with yourself and the learning process, and if you're coachable, and that is the willingness to learn something new. Alvin Toffler, a futurist, he said that the future belongs to people who are willing to unlearn, learn, and relearn. So as you look at yourself and look at your goals and dreams, I'm encouraging you to have the mindset to be open, to be hungry to make a difference in your life financially, because this is tried and proven technology. This is the way that people are earning wealth. You know the experience of working on a job, they call it the journey of the broke, that if you're going to make it today, you want to have something that gives you a shot. Everybody don't get rich overnight. It's not that kind of party. You want to have a shot at learning something that as you increase your learning, as you become more familiar with it, as you increase your level of mastery, that you have the ability to create wealth for yourself, for your family, for people you care about, and for the causes that you believe in. So when I think about my life, when I decided that I wanted to get involved in speaking, that it was a challenge for me because I had to learn how to do something I'd never done. I'd never worked for a major corporation. I have no college training, and I was intimidated by people with PhDs and MBAs, and I still don't have any college education, but I was willing to plunge in and to learn. And this is going to allow you to reinvent yourself. This is going to allow you, through this community of collaborative, achievement-driven relationships that I've created here for the purpose of learning technology that allows you to create wealth. Listen to me, that can create wealth. I just talked to a friend of mine the other day named Mike Sims, and he has done incredibly well. Another friend of mine, Ed Blunt, who's just excited about being a part of this. And so as you look at yourself, look at your goals and dreams, I want you to keep those things in mind. What is it you want as you look into 2019? What's one major goal that you're going to achieve? And what is the major thing that you're going to do with the money that you're going to generate? Because if you attend the classes, if you're hungry, if you're patient, if you're persistent, and you're open and coachable and willing to learn, you're going to be able to create wealth to do the things that you choose to do and things that you haven't been able to do. I've traveled to over 51 countries, and trust me on this. Traveling is exciting when you can fly first class and be able to stay in 5-star hotels. And you'll be able to do that if you are patient, if you are persistent, if you are coachable, if you are persistent and doing everything you can to be a sponge and to learn this technology that people all over the world now becoming familiar with and creating wealth. So it's about your mindset. It's about you, your willingness to learn, being coachable. And one of the things you see about Dr. Chyna, she has passion for this. She knows it like the back of her hand. She's committed to your becoming successful with this. She's committed to your being able to create wealth with this technology. She's committed to your learning everything you can so that it will put your life on a different trajectory that you'll be able to begin to achieve and do things that you don't even know now. But it's a learning curve, and it's about you. It's about you. What's this song say? It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's about you being hungry, being patient, being coachable, being persistent. So I want to thank you for answering the call. Thank you. I don't think it's any accident that you're listening to me right now. And now, let us learn together. Now, get your pen, get your paper out, turn off any of the distractions, and just focus your mind for this time that we have together for creating wealth, to bring out the millionaire in you. We're going to be doing a series of these. One that's that's designed to bring out the millionaire mindset and things that I will be sharing with you. But the other, the technology here, Forex, that foreign exchange, that we're going to learn from Dr. Chyna. So Dr. Chyna, take it away.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Les. I tell you, just being in your presence, you can't help but become greater. So thank you so much for your commitment, for your courage to do what you're doing. And I'm excited about the lives that are going to be changed because they know who you are, and they get to go along this journey with you. Thank you for your transparency. This is something new. And to be honest with you, just 30 months ago, it was new for me too. I was afraid. I was unsure. I was uncertain if I had the ability, the desire, the time, the money to learn what now I've become savvy in. And I thank God that I did not lean on my own understanding when I was introduced. Because the truth is, Mr. Brown, nobody taught me this growing up in school. It wasn't the conversations at the dinner table at home. And I could have been excluded from an opportunity that has absolutely not just changed my life, but has allowed me to lay the foundation of a legacy for my family, and have allowed me to share information now from Dubai to South Africa, throughout the Caribbean islands, and all over the United States with people like the ones that are listening right here about what this opportunity is. So thanks again. I'm excited, and we're going to get straight into it, guys. So listen, I'm going to put up a screen that's going to show you from a visual perspective exactly what we have happening right now in this incredible space. So I'm going to share my screen. Please pull out your pens. Please pull out your notepads, and we're going to dive in this together as I show you what this industry is all about. So we are excited. Here's a disclaimer. You know, past results do not guarantee future profits. This is no guarantees. This is no promises. This isn't somebody, the people that you're going to give your money to and magically is going to grow for you. And, you know, listen, this is going to require commitment from you. It's going to require dedication from you. It's going to require a level of desire. You're going to have to be hungry, like Mr. Les Brown says, for your future. And so I want to make sure that you understand the people that you're going to start with. We're all going to have different testimonies and different experiences. And so please remember that past results do not guarantee future profits. Secondly, my personal disclaimer is I own a company called Rich University. And in Rich University, we provide financial tools and resources to help the masses of people around the world to experience what ultra wealthy and the uber wealthy have been experiencing for years. And with that being said, I know that there's different levels of education. You have your public level that's usually free for all, that everybody has access to. That level is fine. I went to public schools all my life. However, there's a lot of information that we're not privy to in this arena. Okay, then you have the private sectors. The private sectors you usually have to pay for, but yet there's still no guarantees. Kind of like the universities, when you go to college, you get a degree. There's no guarantee that you're going to get a job. There's no, in that field, there's no guarantee that you're going to earn a certain amount of money. In fact, in 2018, there's no guarantee that that field will even be a field of relevancy when you graduate in 4 years. And so please understand that what we provide here is an elite level of education, a level of education that usually you have to be born into, where it's passed down through the bloodline. So when I tell you that what I'm going to share with you may be totally foreign, I want you to know that it's okay. But I want you to know that this information has been around for centuries. And now we have a seat at the table. And now we want to give you an opportunity to participate in this amazing journey that we're going to take you on together with Forex and cryptocurrency. So let's talk about this for a moment. This is a cash flow quadrant, and the gentleman that really provided this is someone named Robert Kiyosaki. Many of you may be familiar of Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki is a gentleman who really understands money very well, okay? He's a best-selling author of finance and real estate, and he broke money down like this. He said there's 4 different quadrants of money. You have what I like to call the left side and the right side. On the left side, you have 95% of the world's population. I want you to think about something for a moment. I want with this slide for you to identify where you are right now. There's no right or wrong answer. Where you are right now, because our goal is to take you to the right side of money. So identify which one of these quadrants represents where you are financially. So the employee quadrant, guys, 95% of the population, remember, is on the left side of money, where there's only 5% of the world's wealth. The first quadrant is 60%, where there are employees. Employees are people who simply trade their time for money. They trade their time for money. And regardless of who you are and where you are, I know that the majority of people are employees because our school system does a phenomenal job at manufacturing employees. That's what you go to school for. You go to school to get a degree so that you can get a what? A job, to become an employee. So there's nothing wrong with it because our system is set up and designed for such, okay? The next quadrant is to become self-employed. Now, self-employed people are people who've decided to be their own bosses. This is your doctors and your lawyers. This is what really blew my mind when I began to go on this search, when I was hungry and I desired to really understand not just business, but economics. And when I did this, ladies and gentlemen, it really blew my mind because as a child, I was taught that if I wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer, that was the pinnacle of success. Yet doctors are still on the left side of money. Why? If the doctor doesn't show up to do the surgery, the doctor doesn't get paid. If the attorney doesn't show up to do the case, the attorney doesn't get paid. So what that means is that these people are now working for themselves, but when they don't show up, they don't get paid. Does that make sense? They're self-employed, so they have to be involved for the money to come in. Let me introduce you to the right side of money, where some of you already are business owners. Business owners and being self-employed is different. It's not just whether or not you have a storefront. It's whether or not you have a system in place that can operate in your absence. If you had to go on a vacation or an emergency happened, like Mr. Les Brown mentioned, and you had to be gone for an entire month, would that change your financial situation? Would it change your financial situation? For most people, it absolutely would. And for most people, it would change it in a very bad way. And so we want to put you in a position where you're no longer working for a system, but a system is now working for you. And when you become a business owner, it puts you in a position to do that. Ultimately, with Forex and cryptocurrency, ladies and gentlemen, we put you in a position to become what we call an investor, where now your money is working for you. So you go from working for money, working for a system, to now money working for you. A system working for you. When you are on the right side of money, ladies and gentlemen, you are now a part of the top 5%. So listen, when you have a Mr. Les Brown saying that he's on this journey of experiencing and learning how to create wealth, how to multiply money, and saying, I'm not going to just go on this journey by myself. I'm going to open up the door and extend the same to those that are hungry, that are looking to come into 2019 in a powerful way. Is through using this amazing cash flow quadrant system by identifying, for number one, where am I? And then where do I desire to be? Hopefully your goal is to be on the right side of money. And I'm going to show you the system that we've decided to use to do that, and I'll tell you why. So when we're talking about the foreign exchange market, we're talking about the cash currency market. When I say foreign exchange, I'm talking about, for example, the US dollar. I have a US dollar right here, $10 bill. We know what this is, right? The US dollar. We're talking about the Japanese yen. We're talking about the Great British pound. We're talking about the Canadian dollar. And we're talking about when those currencies make an exchange. For example, if you I don't know how I'm hearing someone. If you've ever traveled outside of the country, one of the first things you have to do is exchange your US dollar, if you're in America, for that country's currency. Why? Because they don't accept our currency all over the world like we may think they do, right? So you have to make sure that you exchange the US dollar. If you go to Canada, you have to exchange that for the Canadian dollar. Every time that exchange happens, somebody gets paid. But now with technology and innovation, we have a way that you can do that from your cell phone, even if you don't physically possess the currency. You don't need this. I collect money. So I've traveled all over the world. So I like to collect the money when I travel. But ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to have any of the currencies to now trade it in the foreign exchange market because of technology and innovation. So it's like literally playing a game on your phone. You download apps and we teach you, we train you, we educate you on how to use these apps, not to play for coins and points that are just things that you do to pass time, but you actually play for real money. You trade in the market for real money that you can transfer from your broker account to your bank account. We're talking about something that you gotta be involved in. Why? Because we're going into 2019 and we need more people that are open to understanding the wealth language. So now we also have the cryptocurrency market. Ladies and gentlemen, the Forex market by itself is a $5.3 trillion per day market. $5.3 trillion is moved through the Forex market every single day. I remember hearing that. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm a businesswoman, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm pretty smart, but what the heck could possibly move 5.3 trillion a day? I was thinking to myself, they must mean a year. But even if they meant a year, that's a lot. Guys, it's because it's the money market. So when you think about you exchanging your dollars when you go on vacation, imagine countries doing business with other countries by the billions. So now you have an opportunity to tap into that. We also have the cryptocurrency market. Ladies and gentlemen, the cryptocurrency market is anticipated to be $1 trillion market per day in cap. That's amazing, and we teach you how. Who are we aligned with? The leadership of this company, you heard Mr. Brown talk about Christopher Terry is a well-known, highly sought-after Forex trader that's been trading for 25 plus years. This isn't a guy who just had a great idea to jump into this market because it seemed exciting. He got in before it was really popular. He learned and mastered the skill of Forex. He was then sought after. He was featured in books and magazines around the world, did seminars where people would spend $10,000 for a weekend session just to learn what he knew. Why would they do that? Because if you understood how to multiply money from pennies to dollars, from dollars to hundreds, from hundreds to thousands, it's almost like a superpower. When you understood that, it would be absolutely priceless and unlimited how much you can earn. His wife, Isis De La Torre, is the CFO of the company. She brings all the financial backing. She has her Series 7, her Series 63. She worked on Wall Street, one of the first female executives to do what she does at her level. And so they have a strong and solid foundation in place. But here's what they understood very well. And I don't care who you are, where you are, and how old you are. I want you to understand what's happening right now. They knew, just as powerful as they were, as wealthy as they are, they knew that if they were going to get the vision that they had to take Wall Street to Main Street, they needed millennials' help to do it. They needed people that were going to be creative and open-minded, that were going to think a little bit differently, that was going to have a hunger and desire that wasn't tainted yet by what people told them what they could and could not do. So they brought on board Mr. Jason Brown, who is now the Vice President of Field Operations, who has great vision and insight, who's now built organizations globally around the world to get the message out. So from millennials to Generation X to baby boomers, people are saying yes. We even have Alex Martin, the Executive Vice President of Sales, as well as Vice President of Sales. Alex Martin's Executive Vice President, and then the Vice President of Sales is Yvonne Tapia in the Latino market. So guys, we have a very sound foundation when you say yes to this space. Now, here's our products. Here's when it's going to get exciting. Now, you got to take some notes, guys, because I'm telling you right now, when I said yes, when I saw this stuff, I still scratched my head and I wondered if I could do it. I understood that if I could learn this skill set, but I questioned, could I learn it? So ladies and gentlemen, the first tool that we have, I am so excited about it because if you know nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing about what Forex is, like many of my clients who come on board, and when we start talking Forex, they literally pull out a pen and paper And they write on the paper, Forex. They don't even understand that it stands for foreign exchange. So that's how little they know when they get started. So I want you to know it's okay. With our IML Academy, it teaches you from the basics, the intermediate, to the advanced levels of what Forex is all about. So you have an opportunity to now learn what this wealth language is all about. There's 100+ educational videos provided that you can actually watch at your leisure. So when you say yes, it's like coming to an academy that will give you an opportunity to have a skill set that no one can ever take away from you. It's available in multiple different languages, and it teaches you Forex and cryptocurrency education. Then we have IML TV. Listen, here's what I tell anybody. Turn off the reality shows, turn off the TV, and turn on something that's going to empower your mind to become greater. Turn on something that's going to actually give you a skill set, help to develop your mind in a phenomenal way. IML TV has various of trainings that are live, nearly 1,000 hours a month of live education, where the specialists are teaching you what they know. Could you imagine if LeBron James was able to teach your son how to play basketball? How much more efficient would he be if he could learn from someone who was a specialist at that level? Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the Forex space, you have experts that have really learned certain techniques and strategies that are working for them and that are working for many other people. And you get to select and choose who you can sit down and actually learn from. The beauty is you get to also trade with them as well, and it's absolutely amazing. So the Forex and cryptocurrency education here is live interaction where you'll get on a platform similar to this and you would learn live, real time in the market of how to trade Forex and cryptocurrency. By the way, trading is a lot of fun and it's slightly addictive, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. The next product is my all-time favorite. And the funny thing about this is the same product that almost made me say no. When I saw this tool, it literally looked like Japanese geometry to me. And I'll be honest, I'm a mom. I have 3 kids. I'm a wife. I have a husband of 17 years now. I've been an entrepreneur all of my life. I'm operating multiple businesses. I begin to question, did I have the time and capacity for this? But as I begin to hear the testimonies of how people were winning, people who looked like me, people who didn't have a whole lot of education, I'll be honest with you, it gave me a lot of hope. Because in my mind, you needed to be extremely smart. You needed to not only love numbers, but be a genius in mathematics. And I'm so grateful for the young lady who brought me on board. Jules said to me, Chyna, we're not doing math. We're doing money. And I said to her, I could do money. And I became extremely coachable. I disciplined myself because I did not want to be left out. And I knew that my children deserved so much more. So this tool, the harmonic scanner, is the same type of tools that banks are using right now to grow your money. Yes, you heard me correctly. This is what banks do to grow money. There are large buildings in any downtown city and floors that are reserved in those buildings. I'm not talking about banks as far as just your branch level. I'm talking about when you drive through the city of Atlanta or you drive through the city of New York or any city, go and look at those tall buildings. You'll see Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, Regis, PNC. There are floors that are reserved for Forex trading. And they're trading your money. The harmonic scanner is the type of tools that they're using in banks. Now you have access to use a tool that puts it in layman's terms, that scans the market. What it's looking for is these patterns. What we know is history repeats itself. So we know that these patterns will begin to kind of repeat itself, and it brings you probability in the market of what can potentially happen. Now remember, there's no guarantees. I don't ever want you to get in this space and think that there's never guarantees. But the reality is I'm excited because the harmonic scanner is 92% accurate. 92% accurate. When you learn how to use this tool, it will absolutely blow your mind. So it's giving you the currency pairs that you should trade. It's telling you when to enter the market. It's telling you when to exit the market, and it's providing you all of the parameters. Our goal is to teach you how to use the tools. And so you can create multiple trading styles with this tool. It caters to multiple trading styles as well with this tool. Next, we have the web analyzer. The web analyzer, and you get all of this when you say yes, ladies and gentlemen. The web analyzer is a phenomenal tool, very similar to the Harmonic scanner, but I would like to say that it caters to a different trading style. See, on this journey, you're going to identify a lot about yourself. You're going to identify if you like to trade more on a shorter time frame and go in and out of the market, because some people just love the adrenaline rush, like my husband. For him, it's like playing a game. He loves to go in and out of the market. And he loves to see the market just move the way it does, whereas I'm more of a set it and forget it kind of a person. Got a lot happening in my life. I don't want to stare at my phone. I don't play games on my phone. So I want to set something up. I want to walk away, go do life, and go back and check it again later, like I check social media, and potentially see I got money on my phone. It's an exciting feeling, and I promise for the couples that are on here, oh, it's going to change the pillow talk. It's going to be very exciting. So the web analyzer scans the market for potential Forex setups. It works in real time, and there's multiple strategies that's provided for you. Just another tool to help you make more money. The night owl sessions are amazing. This is one of my favorite tools as well, because now I'm getting mentorship, and I'm big on mentorship. As you can see, just being here with the legendary Les Brown is priceless for me, and it should be priceless for you. The night owl session gives us an opportunity to sit down with a legend in the Forex space and to learn not only what he sees in the market, but the way he thinks and his philosophy when he's looking at the market. There's been many times that he has given us a weekly forecast of what could potentially happen, and we saw it happen just like that. In fact, what's happening in the market right now is something that he told us a couple of months ago to keep our eye on. And so it's amazing to have that level of expert that you can have a reach to once a week. He's on. And so you're going to learn from him. You're going to learn. It's very fun. It's very interactive. And you're going to receive updates on what he discussed as well. Amazing. Now, swipe trades. Guys, as you can see, we're providing more and more value. All of these tools just simply means more opportunity for you to make money by trading in the market, using tools that are basically like having training wheels on a bike. So the swipe trades is very convenient because it's an app that you download on your phone that's going to literally send you a trade alert. And a trade alert is something that you can simply copy and paste into the app that we use to execute the trade and set it and forget it. It's really just that simple. In fact, I sat down with a young lady 3 days ago who was a little bit nervous about this space. She was a little unsure if she's going to be able to do it. And she got swipe trades sent to her phone, and she texted me just the other night because the market closes on Friday at 5 o'clock. It's open 24 hours a day, 5.5 days a week. Now, this just happened 3 days ago. And she was like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? Something is wrong. I think my app froze. I can't trade anymore. I said, whoa, calm down. It's okay. The market closed at 5 o'clock on Friday. It's okay. She said, girl, I see what you mean, that this is addictive. I cannot believe that this has been around all this time and I knew nothing about it. She said, are you kidding me? She sent me a screenshot of what she had made, and she made this money in her demo account, but she literally took a $300 account. She took a $300 account to $650 in 3 days, and she was just mind blown. Now, some of you may be saying $650, so she made $350. What's the big deal? She did it at home in her pajamas, and it took less than 2 minutes for her to put in the trade. The reality is, somebody's going to go to work for a whole week, and after taxes and everything is taken out for your benefits, you may be left with a little less than $350. So here's why it's so important to learn the skills. That yes, though it was in a demo account, she's just learning. The truth is, the goal is for her to learn in that demo account, practice in that demo account, and when she's ready and when she feels confident, she can transfer over to a live account and begin to do the exact same thing. So ladies and gentlemen, this tool right here is a lot of fun, but keep in mind, it can get addictive in a good way. Swipe coin is just like swipe trades, except that it's for cryptocurrency. Some of you are hearing about cryptocurrency. Some of you don't really know what it is. Some of you may be nervous about it. I'm excited about it. I feel like cryptocurrency, honestly, it's like the big boom of the internet. When we were unsure, for those of you that are in Generation X, I remember 2000 hitting and we didn't know what was going to happen. But I tell you what, I wish I would have had some insight, because the internet has absolutely dominated our lives. I mean, could you imagine people when they don't have internet, they're going bananas because they don't have any Wi-Fi. So I feel like in the financial space, that's what cryptocurrency is. The beauty about trading cryptocurrency is it doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes up or down. It doesn't matter if it collapses or crashes. Some people say, oh, it's going to crash. We don't care if it crashes. You can make money when it goes up. You can make money when it goes down. When you're trading a currency, we buy when the market is low and we sell when the market is high. And we teach you. We had people to do very, very well when Bitcoin recently dropped because we're trading it. You don't need a whole bunch of money to go spend thousands of dollars on purchasing Bitcoin. Why not put $10 in the market and trade it and make money whether it goes up or down? We want to show you how to do just that. So you're going to receive cryptocurrency trade ideas, get essential trade information, and you're going to have an opportunity to build this hands-on experience by copying and pasting. It's amazing. Now, Gold Cup is another strategy, it's another tool, it's another software that you'll have access to that's basically going to scan the market to seek out two different trade strategies. Some people love to trade gold, and they've done very well doing it. And so this is another strategy that's becoming very popular that's going to give you the essential trade information you need to profit. Pip Talk is how we communicate in this community, where you're going to have people that are beginning just like you, those that are a little bit more intermediate that know some of the jargon and the lingo that you're going to be excited to learn. And then you have those experts that just know all of this. I mean, whoa, you might think that they're really speaking another language, but that's okay because it's really strong that we have this private community here that's absolutely priceless. Now, how do you get started? I'm excited to share with you. And I'm excited to share with you how you get started because I know some of you here, you've spent a lot of money on your education so far. And some of you are absolutely excited about what you do. You love your careers. You're thriving in them. You're looking forward to 2019. You got a plan in place. You got goals that are set. You're able to take multiple vacations. But unfortunately, I know if there are some of you on like that, it's very few. And many people had to spend $30,000, $40,000 a year. They're stuck in with student loan debt that they still have to pay off. It doesn't even matter if you're working in your career field or not. You still have to pay those student loans off. What we want to provide to you right now is an exclusive opportunity. Please hear me when I say exclusive. An exclusive opportunity to partner with Mr. Les Brown on this journey of learning how to trade Forex and cryptocurrency. We're going to do this together. It's going to be a lot of fun. The beauty about doing it with Mr. Les Brown is you get the mindset development. I mean, could you imagine just having access to Mr. Les Brown, the legendary himself, for a one-time payment of $195? I mean, sometimes when I see the price of this, I have two emotions that come over me. Initially, I'm excited because masses of people I know can afford it. Somebody's going to go out and spend this money on their children for Christmas. I got two small kids, a 4- and 5-year-old. I tell you, I buy a lot of toys for them. And the toys now have a lifespan of sometimes 24 hours, 48 hours. If I can get a week out the toy, we're doing good. But people are going to go because of this holiday situation, stress out, to see that smile on their child's face, right? To buy that toy. It's going to cost them more than $195. It won't put them in a position to leave a legacy. It won't provide them a skill set that you could teach them on how to trade in the largest financial market in the world. It won't do anything for them. It'll give them a moment of immediate gratification that will be gone within hours. Something that will add no value to their lives. What I'm encouraging that you do is give yourself a gift. Give yourself the gift that keeps on giving. Give yourself the gift of building wealth with Mr. Les Brown for $195 one time before your taxes and $145 a month. That's going to give you the IML Academy, the IML TV, the Harmonic Scanner, the Night Owl, and the Pip Talk. It's going to get you started with our basic package. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm blown away because if you take the $195 one time and then the $145 a month to continue your education, you're still at under $2,000 for the year for you to learn how to trade in the largest financial market in the world. But more importantly, for you to learn how to do that with Mr. Les Brown, where the mindset, Listen, the skill set is here. People are doing this all the time, right? But the mindset, ladies and gentlemen, the mindset training that you're going to get is priceless. When you begin to develop and know who you are, you're unstoppable and you're so powerful. I want to encourage you to join us. Join us in this iconic journey of seeing unlimited possibilities and building a legacy for your family, changing the trajectory of even your last name. I'm excited because I know some of you, you're ready. You're ready right now. Some of you are saying, I got to do this. I got to give myself a gift. I know I got to do this and I got to do this, especially for women and moms that are out there. I get it. So much is on our shoulders. We're responsible for so many people. But now it's time to take a moment to make sure that you're feeding you so that you can give more to those that you're assigned to. I'm excited right now. We have some special announcements. I want to hear from Mr. Les Brown first. But for those of you who say yes right now, there is benefit for First Movers Advantage, by the way. There's a young lady that's on here. I want to see if she's still on here as well, Miss Regina Renee, who I've been working with alongside Mr. Les Brown, who is on fire, for this opportunity, who's already begun to really share it and build it. And I'm absolutely excited about it. I'm going to stop my screen sharing right now. There's a way that you can gain access to the other products as well. Those are a la carte too that you would just add on, and we'll show you how to get that done. But more importantly, we're excited about getting you started with us right away. So let me just see if we have Miss Regina on here, because I'm excited for you to hear from this woman who's doing an extraordinary job, who's doing an amazing job, and who's excited about sharing with people around the world. Miss Regina Renee, are you here with us?
Yes, I am, Miss Chyna.
Hi, how are you, beautiful?
I am fine, and how are you?
I am doing super fantastic. Thank you so much for being here with us. Tell us a little bit about, you started with us. We met for the first time when Les and I reconnected, and you've been working behind the scenes on some very amazing things. So we just want to hear what your experience has been like and maybe what they can expect when they come on board. Thanks for being on.
Oh, well, I'm still very, very new to the opportunity. I'm so excited about working with Mr. Brown. Like you mentioned, it's just an extraordinary opportunity to work with a person like Mr. Brown. His reputation is, doesn't need an introduction. His excitement about this product made me excited. And I'm very teachable. I'm coachable, all those things that he mentioned. So I think I'm a great candidate for this because I need a change in my life. My children need a change. We need to do something different. I've been working for money for too long. Now I'm at a point in my life where I need money to work for me. And if there's anyone out there who needs a change, this is an opportunity. And what's great about it, Chyna, I've been going through the videos. It's exactly like you mentioned. You can get out of it exactly what you want. There's no promises. You can take your time, get yourself educated. People are out there always willing to help, and I appreciate that. So I'm just excited, and I made the decision to help. I'm a mom, as you are, and one of the Christmas presents that I'm going to give my children is this gift. I'm going to bless them with the opportunity to be a part of this business, because sometimes you just got to lead the person to water and give them that opportunity. And this is going to be a Christmas gift that I'm going to give both my children. And hopefully we can grow in this business together.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. That's a phenomenal idea. I know that we get these depreciating assets and liabilities, and they mean nothing. This gives you an opportunity to give the gift of a legacy with Mr. Les Brown. It is priceless to me. So thank you for sharing, Regina. I really appreciate it. I'm excited about being on this journey with you as well. And we're going to hear now from Mr. Les Brown himself. Guys, for those of you that are ready to pull a trigger even before he speaks, because you understand First Movers Advantage, let me give you the link right now. Because some of you are like, what's the next step? What's the next step? Simply go to I'm in with lesbrown.com. And I'm going to type that in the chat right now. For those of you that are ready, you can simply go to I'm in inwithlesbrown.com and join. I'm inwithlesbrown.com and join. So, Mr. Les Brown, thank you so much again. I hope I served you well today. I know it's a lot of information for anybody hearing for the first time, but we're not going anywhere. We do this multiple times a week, and I'm excited about this iconic journey and helping so many people to join with us in learning this incredible skill set. So back over to you, Mr. Brown. Thanks again. I'm putting a link in here right now. I think we need to unmute you. 1 second. Hold on, here we go. Okay, I see you on here twice, so let's just unmute this one. Is that you? There we go. There you go.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you so much, Dr. Chyna. I appreciate what you shared, very informative, and this is just the beginning. The easiest thing I've ever done was to earn $1 million in took me 3 years. Once I came to a different place within myself. That's why we're focused on mindset. Easiest thing I've ever done was to earn $1 million. The most difficult thing I've ever done, and it took me years to do, was to believe that I could do it. That I, given my circumstances, no college training, given my circumstances, being a foster child, then adopted, given my beginning, born in an abandoned building on the floor, raised in poverty in Liberty City and Overtown in Miami, to develop the mindset to do it. You don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. As man thinketh, so is he. As he continues to think, so he remains. 3 steps to creating wealth: mindset, the skill set. You're going to get coaching from Chris, coaching from Dr. Chyna, and others that you'll develop the skill set to learn. Why are you doing this at 74? Why? I'll tell you why. People who sit around watching television, don't read, don't study, not learning new things. Guess what? Your mind, you don't use it, you lose it. That's why Alzheimer's and dementia is so rampant among people who don't engage their mind, who don't have goals and dreams, who are not challenging themselves mentally, and they're sitting around watching an idiot box or in conversations with people who don't have anything, don't want anything, and waiting to die. No, I'm doing this purposely, because my goal is to die young at an old age with my right mind. The third thing that is major is being in a community of collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships that will help you to learn and to increase your wealth. And that's what we're creating. And you are very fortunate today to join me. Why? Because when I start promoting this, because you are the first in and a part of my community of wealth builders, all the people, when I start talking and speaking all across this country, my book, You've Got to Be Hungry, is completed. And I'm going to be touring and promoting this. And all the people that I bring in, the thousands of people all across the country, they're going to be coming in under you. So you're not in this by yourself. You're in this with me. This is a partnership. And I'm going to assist you, because the more money that I help you make, the more customers that I help you to attract, the more people that you are able to train and duplicate and replicate what took place today with Dr. Chyna. You're going to be doing that. We're going to be coaching you. We're going to be training you with presentation power, methods and techniques of how to begin to widen and expand our community of wealth builders. I know a group of people, they fly across the country, have white parties. Everybody dressed in white, and they fly someplace and dance, okay? Or stepping, Chicago stepping, all right? Yeah, see, the reason that the majority of people don't create wealth is because we live in an entertainment-driven culture. This is not for everybody. Some of you might say, you know what? Thanks, Les. I'm hungry, but not for this. No problem. Don't try and convince anybody of this. This is not for people who need more money. This is for people who are hungry for more money. Can you feel a brother up in here, up in here? Trust me on this, the older you get, the more money you need. I'm telling you what I know personally as a 27-year cancer conqueror because of God's grace and mercy. And so you're in a strategic place. You're in a strategic place. I want you to join me now, and we're going to put this on steroid. Your ability to learn, your ability to begin to get the classes that you need, and the breakthroughs that you need in your finances, and the community of relationships that you're going to develop. It's going to dramatically change your life. It's something about community. I was just reading that being in a community of collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships, it is the #1 quality that allow people to live longer. I just saw a graph, and they were talking about what is it that promotes longevity. One of the primary things that I thought it would be at the top would be exercise and your diet. I thought that would be at the top. No, I wasn't even in the middle. Relationships, building relationship capital, being in a community of people who have goals and dreams, who want to create wealth, who want to make a difference, who want to build a legacy, who don't accept life as it is. And it keeps me young. You should have seen me get ready for this call, using my mascara to cover all my gray. Oh, I'm going to get my sexy back. I'm a little bit overweight, but trust me on this. I looked in the mirror the other day. I turned sideways, looked like I was 9 months pregnant, and the water broke. Oh, no. Homie, leaving to go to the gym after this broadcast today. When you see me, let the record show. I'm going to have it going on up in here. We're going to have some fun. We're going to learn some things, and we're going to create wealth together. Yes, together. I'm excited about it. I want to thank you so very much, and I want to encourage all of you. Tell them once again where they can go and sign up.
Yes, go to I'mInWithLesBrown.com. I'mInWithLesBrown.com. I put it right here in the link. That's I'mInWithLesBrown.com. Listen, there is an exclusive opportunity for those of you, the first 10 people that join today. The first 10 people that join today is going to have an exclusive opportunity to be what we call ambassadors, okay? Everybody's going to obviously have an opportunity to work closely with Les, just being in his presence and doing something like this once a month. But those of you who are serious and hungry, we believe that it's not going to just be your mouth saying that, it's going to be your actions taking what you're saying and making it happen. And so those that go right now, I'm in with LesBrown.com. The first 10, we're going to work extremely close with as ambassadors. It's going to be mind-blowing. So all of the details are going to be coming out. We have a call tomorrow.
I want to interrupt you here.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Good. Here's what I'm going to do, because I'm in Alpharetta. I'm living in Atlanta now. I was up in Cleveland, but it's so cold in Cleveland, I saw Superman riding in a cab. But it's cold in Atlanta today, too. But here, first 21, because 7 is my lucky number.
I love it.
First 21 and sign up today. I'm going to do a special full-day seminar with them for the mindsets called Bring Out the Millionaire in You. I'm going to share with you the things that you need to do to get unstuck, the things you need to do, and bring your goals with you, what it is that you want to achieve in 2019, the year of your dream. And I just want to say 2 things is very important as you look into 2019. Number 1, risk winning. I didn't do this because I didn't think I could become successful. For 14 years, I didn't do it. Because I thought I don't want to risk losing. Risk winning. That's number 1. You don't have to figure this out. We got experienced people in this that will show you how to do it, who's done it and master it. Next thing is, and this is very important, bet on you. Bet on you. So you can have walk-away money. I was working with CBS out in Los Angeles about 4 years ago, had an afternoon show, and they paid me just over $200,000. And after around 7 months, I called the caterer in and I fed everybody. And they said, "What's the occasion?" I said, "I'm going in another direction." They said, "Why?" I said, "You let Dave Ramsey do his show from home. You tell me when I requested the same thing, oh, we want you in the station under our thumb." I said, "I'm not an under your thumb kind of guy." Now, why am I sharing this with you? I'm going to show you how to earn walk-away money. But you want to be able to have an option to walk away. A lot of people staying on jobs, they're miserable, stressed out of their mind. A lot of people staying in relationships because they figure, how will I survive? You heard B.B. King, it's cheaper to keep her. Yeah, okay, I don't know about that. I'm saying you want walk-away money. You want money that can work for you rather than you work for it. And so I want to spend a full day with you. Why? What is it going to cost me? Nothing. Just come. Just be one of those 21 that sign up. And I'm going to do it. Why? Because, let me tell you why. I was in the airport and I was flying an airline that I don't usually fly. And after being there for a while and people were boarding, a guy called my name and gave me a first-class ticket in exchange for my coach ticket. And I said, "Thank you." I went and sat down and I said, "Wait a minute. I don't fly this airline that much. And that's why I didn't buy a first-class ticket." So I went back up to him. I said, "You've read one of my books, didn't you?" He said, "No." I said, "Have you heard any of my motivational messages?" He said, "No." I said, "Do you know who I am?" He said, "No." I said, "Why did you give me a first-class ticket?" He said, "Because I can." I said, "Well, thank you. Now, I want to spend one day with you. One day that will change your life. One day that will bring the millionaire out of you. One day that will dramatically change your future. And you know why? Because I can. You give me one day with you, you'll leave there speaking in unknown tongues. I get the butter from the duck. You'll have a major breakthrough in your life. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Listen, I got the chat here and they're like, I just signed up. So congratulations for those of you who just signed up. I know some of you are signing up right now. You said 21. I said 10. He said, no.
7 is my lucky number. I was born February the 17th. I'll be starting February 17th. I start my 75th year on the planet. I'm one of 7 children. My phone number is 702, as you know. My social security number is 267. Did I tell you, 7 is my lucky number. Joshua marched around the walls of Jericho 7 times. And Naaman dipped himself in the river Jordan 7 times. God created the world in 7 days. Did I tell you, 7 is my lucky number?
I love it.
We're going to have some fun. I just need y'all to help me find a place here, all right? Help me find 2 things I'm looking for. Number one, I was Celeste Johnson, my business partner. She said, you know, you get on my last nerve, you and that loud laugh of yours. Okay, I won't laugh so loud. Okay. But I've got, all I need is a meeting room. Just get me a room with them and with my music. Because know what we're gonna do? Know what we're gonna do, Chyna?
Yes.
We're gonna create vision boards.
Yes.
So we can see the vision. Then I'm going to share with them strategies that I've learned that helps to create the mindset you need and keep your mind focused. The reason that most people don't achieve their goals, we have too many distractions in our lives. Too many distractions.
Wow.
And so what we have to do is take the time to focus, because where focus goes, energy flows. All I need, just give me one day with you. We're going to have lunch together and we're going to have dinner together. And then we'll close out the evening. But just join me one full day. Ain't going to cost you nothing. Just sign up. I mean, you could just go to sign up for this, but the training I'm going to provide for you, and the handouts and materials and all the motivational tools that I'm going to provide for you, that's free. But I'm going to do this. God has been good to me.
Amen.
You know, I'm a 27-year prostate cancer conqueror because of God's grace and mercy.
Amen.
God's been so good to me. And my goal, and it just came to me, you know, I am going to create 21 millionaires.
Wow.
Doing this. I'm just learning. See, I'm a person, I'm an animal. When I get in something, I don't want to just do it. When I became a speaker, I never forget, my mentor, Mike Williams, and I encourage all of you to get his book. It's called The Road to Your Best Stuff. The Road to Your Best Stuff by Mike Williams. I wrote the foreword to it. And I never forget when I first talked to him about, about becoming a motivational speaker, and he said in our first assessment conversation, he said, who do you see as your target audience? And I said, well, the Urban League, the NAACP. I said, I want to speak at Black History Time. And the phone went dead. So I called back and said, we lost the signal. He said, no, we didn't. I said, what happened? He said, I hung up. I said, well, why would you do that? He said, I want to talk with anybody that has such a small vision of themselves. He said, I want to work with somebody who want to speak to the world. And hung up again. I called him back. I said, that's me, Mike. And from that conversation to now, I've spoken to over 80,000 people in the Georgia Dome, which no longer exists. From that conversation to now, I've spoken in over 51 countries. Since then, from that conversation until now, I've spoken all across this country. And I've trained other speakers to be successful, and my children speak, you know. But I want people who have a larger vision. I want to be in a room. I'm where I am because somebody saw something in me at a time that I was struggling to see that in myself. See, you can't read the label when you're locked in the box. And many of us don't know that we don't know, and we think we know. There's a process. There's a book called Learned Optimism by Dr. Martin Seligman, 26-year most exhaustive scientific study done on self-esteem. And what he said, something that the Jesuits confirmed. The Jesuits say, give me a child at 0, give me a baby, and I'll give you the man at 7. And he said between 0 and 7, children are sponges. Between 0 and 7, we develop permanent personality characteristics. Between 0 and 7, there's a word in your heart. That word is yes, or that word is no, based upon your environment, based upon your circumstances, based upon the conversations that you're around. You determine what's available to you and what's not available to you, that we've been conditioned, and what that full day immersion will do is allow me to break through that conditioning. And you're going to meet a part of yourself that you don't know. I had no idea that I can do what I'm doing now. I used to work for the Miami Sanitation Department, where I was glad to get $10 an hour. The first time that I earned over $100,000 in 34 minutes speaking in the Georgia Dome, I was shocked. I said, oh my God, I never made that in a month. In a month, I made $122,000 in 34 minutes. The most I've ever done in less than 45 minutes was just over $450,000. So those of you who sign up, I know you. I can't see you, but I know you. The reason you sign up is because you're not cut from the same cloth. You're branches of the same tree. The reason that you'll sign up you've said to yourself in your heart of hearts, if he can do it, I can do it. The reason you sign up is because you know I put my pants on one leg at a time. And so I'm going to create 21 millionaires because I can. I got it like that. Oh, behave. What the word? I'm going to be sure I break my medication because we're going to have a good time together. All right.
I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
One last thing. I hope they can dance. And I know the majority of them can.
I'm so excited.
And I bought a card game to the United States called Bid Whist. See, my last name is Brown. It was called Id Whist, but because my last name is Brown, starts with a B, and I've ran so many Bostons, they put a B in front of it to honor me. Now, most of the millenniums, they don't know anything about Bid Whist, okay? But we're going to play Bid Whist, we're going to dance, we're going to show you how to make money, and we're going to bring out the millionaire in you. I love having fun. I believe, like Helen Keller, she said, life is short and unpredictable. Eat the dessert first.
I love it. Oh, this is going to be amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I got a new game to play. I love this. I love this. I love Chris. I love you.
I'm excited. I love you too. I'm excited. I love planning events. It's going to be incredible. So I already got a location. We're going to make it so nice and exclusive. There's other people trying to get in the door.
Yeah, see, can we get the gathering downtown Atlanta? You know that place?
Yeah, I know the gathering. I know the gathering spot. Yep.
Okay, yeah, the gathering spot. Okay, but there's another spots where we can go, all right?
Oh, yeah, I got some connections.
But from now until then, I'll be eating hot pepper on a fork. I'm hungry to get to you. Hurry up, you 21. Hurry up. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Sign up right now.
Listen, they're going to blow your Instagram up. They always inbox us with how they're looking at the feed and putting it on Instagram. Guys, make sure you're following him on all social media platforms. The Les Brown on Instagram, facebook.com/The Les Brown. Make sure you're staying connected because this is going to be like a movie. Watch and see. Some of you are going to have a front row seat because you're in with us. But those of you who decide you're going to delay another year, you better make sure you connected so you can watch and see with your popcorn. But I'm telling you, this is the year. I believe Mr. Les Brown said, where your dreams come true. What did you say about this year that's coming up, Mr. Les?
This is the year of your dream. Risk winning, the year of your dream. Bet on you. Invest in you. You know, Ian Levant said something that I love. He said, give to yourself until your cup runneth over, and then give to others from the overflow. When I heard the quote, I sent a letter to my kids. I resigned as the president of the ATM machine. No, I'm no longer. They rejected my letter, though. I said, no, we don't want to accept your resignation. I said, I don't care. I resigned. And so my grandson, you met my grandson, you know, Trey, he's on. Yeah, so I'm teaching my kids, my grandchildren, and we're studying together, we're learning together, and it's fascinating. And they love telling me, no, Grandpa. Some call me Grandpa, some call me Papa. No, Papa, you do it this way. Look what, Papa, pay attention. Papa, you're wandering off. They love checking me. I said, whatever.
I love it.
We're gonna have a great time.
Yes, we will. Well, guys, we have enjoyed Mr. Brown. We're grateful for his time. He's so generous, and he's not going to stop giving and giving and giving because he's so full, he has the ability to give. But we're going to stop right now because the rest is going to be exclusive for members only. So if you have not clicked that button, I'm in with lesbrown.com. I'm telling you, listen, the first 21 is going to have a special treat. But anybody that aligns themselves with Mr. Les Brown is going to be tremendously blessed. I'm telling you right now. The mindset is here. The skill set is here. We're simply having the door open for you to show up now. So with that being said, thanks again, Mr. Les Brown. We had a good time on here for this hour. We had a really good time. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and put a 111 in the chat. Light that chat up if you enjoyed it. For those of you who are coming on board, people are saying, I'm in. I see 111s. There's some people who are already in that snuck their way in this exclusive space. We look forward to celebrating with you 21 millionaires. The question is, will you be one of them? God bless you guys, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks, Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Dr. Chyna. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, thank you so much, because I love you too. God bless you guys. Bye now.